Hi, my name is Marcus, aka Marxman. Gospel hip hop artist. I'm a father and a producer for True Life Promotions. I started rapping when I was about 15, and literally I remember just going to church one Sunday, and there was a rapper there called Gifted, and he was doing a set with another artist called Blessed, and I was just blown away by what these guys were doing. And I kind of just approached him after church and said to him, I really loved what you did. And he invited me to his house, and next thing I knew, he was teaching me how to write lyrics, showing me how to produce music, and really kind of mentoring me and raising me up as a young guy to get into that ministry. And I just loved it from the very beginning. God, and I gave my life to God about the age of 14. Was baptized soon after, and yeah, for a while things were good, but you get to that age where you get involved in stuff with the wrong crowd, and you're talking about college and uni and all that kind of stuff. And I started to turn away from what God had called me to do. I started getting into partying. I was, got into theft and all kinds of crazy stuff. And God was always calling me, but there was that part of me where I just didn't want to know about God. People would come and try to tell me about coming back to church, and you need to get back into the rapping and all this kind of stuff. But at that point, I really didn't want to know about Jesus whatsoever. I would literally start an argument with anybody that even mentioned God's name to me. And I just completely stayed away. And one day God just said, listen, it's time for you to come back. And he took everything that I had away, to the point where I lost my home and I lost the relationship I was in, and all the money that I had coming in, everything was just gone. I spent days going up and down the streets of London, wondering where I'm going to sleep at night and that kind of thing. Sometimes I'm on the bus going up and down 12 o'clock midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, not knowing where I'm going to sleep. And then one day I just thought to myself, I've lost everything now, and it was just literally just me and God, and there was just that one silent voice that was left in my world, if you want to put it that way. And I just said, God, you know what? I've lost everything that I have now. I'm a young guy and I should not be in this situation, and I realise now that everything I had before is because you blessed me. It wasn't because of my own strength, it wasn't because I was so great at doing things, it's because you woke me up every morning and you gave me the opportunity to really live that life that I had. And I just decided there and then I'm going to dedicate my life back to God. And once I did that, my life just completely changed around again. I started to realise, just how much God really meant to me. I've always said that if I go to an event and only one person turns up, if I can reach that one person, I've achieved what I needed to achieve. Any other accolades and anything else for me is a bonus. Whether it be awards or names mentioned on the biggest websites, I've got a profile on MTV which I'm working with. For me, these are all bonuses compared to the real work which I'm doing. So yeah, my biggest accomplishment is really just affecting people's lives and bringing them to that place where they can recognise, what, Jesus is real. And if they can make that commitment for themselves, then as far as I'm concerned, my work's done.
That's why I live my life, just to worship and obey. With the armor of my God, I'm going out to fight, stamping on these demons, giving Satan a fight.
I think with the gospel hip hop, that we all know it's the street language, and even when you listen to the things that young people listen to now, whether it be grime or anything else like that, it's really about the rhymes and the words behind that.
And I started with a sip, now I turned alcoholic, taking on the drink, though I knew it was demonic, my life's going down.
And I think gospel hip hop fits right into that. I remember speaking to one young guy on a bus one time. It was just a random conversation that I started up, and he didn't even know that gospel hip hop existed. And when I told him about it and I was giving him an example of it, just did a little rap for him, he was completely blown away. And he felt more inclined to come to church, knowing that actually it's not about the big cats, it's not about the choirs, there are other elements to it as well. And I think it's really using the hip hop to really kind of tell them, listen, yes, there's all these other elements of church, but there's also something for young people, there's something for you too. And being able to go there and use that kind of language in there, even the lyrics that I write, there's certain terms I'll use, certain words I'll use, which are the same words that they use on the street now. So when they hear it, they totally relate to what I'm saying. And I think that's the real thing about it, is being able to use that language to reach the people that use it the most.
My knees, God, I need you up in here to take care of these G's. All the trouble's now gone, so I'm back on my way. God gave me what I asked, still I'm going astray.
And yeah, young people just grab onto that and really, think to themselves, what? This guy's like me. He understands where I'm coming from. He's come from the streets like I am. He's using the same words that I am, but he's got a message behind that. So yeah, the single came out in September. It's called I Surrender. And really the reason I chose that name is because it just really expressed my relationship with God was just a total surrender. With all the stuff that I've gone through, and even the stuff that's to come, I've just said to God, I'm completely giving my all to you, that no matter what it is, everything that I am it belongs to you. And if you want to find me on social media, at Marxman Music, hashtag Marxman Music. Big shout out to Livin Life TV. You guys are doing an excellent job. As they say, don't just exist, live life.
Livin Life TV.